All right, Shalawam, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and Shalawam, select out there, doing this work of faith and labor of love, the truth of sincerity. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, select out there. And, I just wanted to go through some verses here in Philippians, the first chapter, as I was reading, I'm just going to spirit with it. This is the book of Philippians 1 and 15, and it says, "Some indeed preach YAHAWASHI, even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preach YAHAWASHI of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds, but the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel." And when we look at, the state of Israel, not the physical state of Israel, but, the state of us as being Hebrew Israelites within this common world. And we see, the folly that's beset before us, with certain camps like IUIC, dealing with, Bubbalaz and them and people like that. We see that the way that they're going about things is completely in the wrong manner, and it's not out of sincerity. It's out of deception. It's out of the love for money. To rule within this world, as Esau does, man. And we clearly see that, with YAHAWASHI. But we see the goodwill part being done on the behalf of the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, for them constantly being set for the defense of the gospel, just as Paul taught us to do. We have so many people, in this thing of ours, that are just, they just wilding pretty much. They just wilding, just not really, seeing this truth for what it really is, man, and thinking that they can take YAHAWASHI and mold YAHAWASHI how they want, YAHAWASHI to be, which is completely wrong, man. We supposed to go for these scriptures as is, regardless, whether you feel some type of way or this, that, and the third. We supposed to tell it like it is. We telling, 2/3 to repent and get up out of their sins, So you can't get emotional, and 2/3 they quickly get emotional. But as us supposedly being men of understanding, we supposed to have that proper balance. But what those guys don't have, hence why they get mad over things like the fact that the way that you can use women in the ancient times, and the way that we explain that, they get emotional about things like that. This truth is not about our feelings, it's not about our emotions, So going to verse 18, it says, "What then, notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, YAHAWASHI is preached, and I therein do rejoice, yea, and will rejoice. Okay, for I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayer and the supply of the Spirit of YAHAWASHI." Okay, so Paul is like, regardless of how it's done, YAHAWASHI is going to get preached, man. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and he know that all his doings, which the Lord set him up to do, if he continue, within the faith, it will bring him to that glory in which, he desperately was longing for, and as it's going to get into further on when we read into this chapter, verse 20, it says, "According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed." Right? And we have nothing to be ashamed about. When we go out there in them highways and byways, people going to mock, people going to laugh, people going to do this, they going to do that. Think we out there in dresses and skirts, so on and so forth. Just making a fool out of ourselves for nothing. But they don't know the great gain that we have in YAHAWASHI, man. They don't know truly what we're laboring for is going to Lord willing, bring us to eternal life. You know, we have so many masses of people out here, out of the billions, 7, 8, 9 billion people that are here upon the earth, and none of them hardly have a clue, man. None of them have a clue. You know, none of them. They think they have they eye on the needle, so to speak, if that's the correct way to use it. You know, they think they got the eye on the ball, but they don't, man. They dropping the ball, man. You know, but we can see clearly and see keenly as Yahawashi have, or as Yahawah and Yahawashi have ordained us, you know, to preach his word, man. You know, for us to actually see what this world is, for actually what it is, and for what Esau turned it into, and how the natural order of things should be, man. You know, that's a great gift right there, man. That's a great, great gift, you know. And going on, it says according to my Slakia. Goddamn non-drivers. All right. Yeah, it says according to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that and also too, you know, with the shame that we suffer, you know, in the book of Sirach it says there's a shame which bringeth glory, and there's a shame which bringeth sin. You know, we're ashamed to the point that it's going to bring us to glory, but we're not ashamed of this gospel. We're not ashamed of our heritage. We're not ashamed of who we are. We're not ashamed to proclaim who we are, you know. But the shame that's upon 2/3 and the rest of the world is a shame to sin. It's a shame to damnation, you know, a shame to nothing. Because when it's all said and done, they're going to see that all they've been laboring for within this world is coming to naught. And then that's why they're going to be seeking all the answers on why is this happening, why is God letting this happen, you know, when the truth is set right before them. And it's about to be too late, all right? So it says according to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness as always. He said that with all boldness as always, man. So that's the type of spirit we're supposed to be in, a bold, a righteous spirit, man. You know, not a weak spirit within these times, but a bold spirit, knowing that we're in our grace, knowing that everything that the Lord has prepared for us, and knowing, you know, the times that are to come is prepared for our glory, regardless of, you know, what Esau is coming to do unto us, you know. So going on, it says, but that with all boldness as always, so now also Yahawashi shall be magnified, and my body, whether it be life or by death. So this is how Yahawashi is going to be magnified. You know, whether we live or die, you know, that's all glory unto the Lord when we preaching in the Lord's name, man. That's powerful right there, man. You know, that's powerful right there. Because everything is for the Lord's glory, and secondarily, we get our glory. And Jeremiah 9:24, you know, pretty much says, matter of fact, let me just go grab it real quick. I believe it's Jeremiah 9:24. Or 25. Or 23, one of the verses. Okay, yes. Start at verse 23. It's Jeremiah 9:23. It says, thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. Okay, so that's what we're supposed to glory in. Glory the fact that we know the Lord, that we have a relationship with the Lord, you know, that hopefully that we can be called friends of the Lord as our forefather Abraham was. Okay, so going back, verse 20 again, it says, according to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness as always, so now also Yahawashi shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or death. For to me to live is Yahawashi, and to die is gain. But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. So if you live in the flesh, this is the fruit of your labors. This is what, you're laboring for. Something that is tangible. Something that's going to be done and away with very soon, But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. Yet what I shall choose, I want not. So he said, I'm not going to choose whether I want to live or die. I don't want to choose that. I want the Lord, to plan my path out for me. And however the Lord see fit to do it, I'm pleased with that, man. Verse 23, for I am in a strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Yahawashi, which is far better. Nonetheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. So Paul was caught up in between the two because, Paul was catching so much hell for the ministry, everything that way he was doing. He was going through his sicknesses, his infirmities. So he had rather just give up the ghost because he knew that the Lord ordained him to do a great work, So he knew that would be far better off where he could just rest, and just await the fruit of his labors in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But he said, nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. So he knew and had a thorough understanding that the Lord got more work for me to do. And when the Lord gonna call me, the Lord gonna call me, He said, but I know it's more beneficial for the brotherhood, and the Lord has set me up as that righteous sacrifice, man. Verse 25, and it says, and having this confidence, I know that I shall abide and continue with you all for your furtherance and joy of faith, that your rejoicing may be more abundant in Yahawashi for me by my coming to you again. Okay, so Paul had that thorough understanding, that he had confidence that he knew that the Lord was going to allow him to continue to help to build up the church, to help to build up the ministry. And that's the same thing we see, in effect, as far as the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, man, because the salvation and this destruction is going to happen within this lifetime. It's going to happen near and dear. I can't see this thing going on, too much more longer, man. And the Lord is, allowing the apostles to continue on. They've been laboring many, many years, but the Lord is allowing them to continue on to help us younger brothers continue to build ourselves up through the Spirit, so that we can be built up and be established for the battle with that great day, So, I just hope this short segment was edifying, and brothers just, hey, the times is near. Everything is definitely moving a lot further, so we almost up out of here, man. We just got to continue, in this faith, continue to, labor for ourselves, labor for one another, and for the love of the Lord. We'll be up out of here, man, So, with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders, Great Millstone, and Shalawam to the elect out there, doing this work of faith, and labor of love and true sincerity. Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, YAHAWAH to the elect out there. Shalawam.